being made to feel like I was never gonna fit in or be accepted was just saying, you know what, I accept myself. Not only do I like myself, I love myself. And I'm someone I would want to be friends with. I want to talk today about the idea of being yourself, because I know a lot of people struggle with the idea of actually showing the world who they are and not being ashamed by it. So I was someone growing up who was made fun of. I knew I was weird. My name was different. My cultural background was different. I stuck out like a sore thumb. And I was really ashamed of my differences, of the things that made me different compared to everyone else. There was Ashley, Sarah, Lauren, Emily, yada, yada, yada. And then there's me. Like, I just stood out. And it definitely affected my self-confidence and my self-esteem. But I knew deep down, like, I was a cool person. And I actually tried so hard to be cool to the point that it just didn't make me cool. And, like, I received more backlash, right? Like, I was not successful getting into groups and developing friendships because I was very weird and I didn't understand kind of like the beauty of being weird and the beauty of being different and the beauty of like not following or being like everyone else. And I think when you listen to interviews and you hear celebrities and people you admire say, you know what, it's true. This is what they say. You know, I don't want to sound cliche. I know everyone's going to be like, what? But it's true what they say. Just be yourself. And the reason why just be yourself, those 3 words, just be yourself, 3. The reason why those 3 words are a staple throughout our life is because it's true. There are so many Ericas and Ashleys and Cynthias, right? Like there's so many, right? And they all tend to kind of have the same aesthetic or look or sound, tone, mission, values. But in order to kind of appreciate the diversity of this world and the people that inhabit it, it's very important that we have exposure to different groups and types of people. Just like, you know, you're not just like food, like you shouldn't just eat macaroni and cheese every single day, like, you know, but if that's you, that's cool, right? But there's so much more like spices and herbs and sauces like to try that like invigorate the senses, you know, like, and I think of reading books, like, you know, you may have a favorite genre, but there's so many different other genres, you know, you should give other books a try and enlighten your minds. And I think when it comes to our personalities, we all have people that we follow based on different things that we like and different hobbies, and like just like if you're into makeup, you probably follow like a lot of makeup YouTubers. But I think of my roommate who she's interested in so much, and like she's not just defined by one thing. And I think when it comes to personalities and being ourselves, it's so important to give ourselves a chance to be seen and heard and valued. And you know, no one can validate you except yourself. Like no one can say, okay, you're it, you're hot, you're what we want. Like you have to decide that for yourself and like own it. And I think what helped me was deciding one day and for all, after, you know, being bullied and being made to feel like I was never gonna fit in or be accepted, was just saying, you know what, I accept myself. Not only do I like myself, I love myself. And I'm someone I would want to be friends with. And I actually love being my own friend. So when people sense that, when they sense that radiating from you, I think that's when like my life changed. And so I'm telling you, that was my secret. I just accepted myself once and for all. And I decided that like I wasn't gonna change my personality to fit in with other people. And kind of like dimming your light, right? Like when you walk into a room, it's not your fault if people stare and are attracted and charmed by you. Like you shouldn't dim it to make other people feel good. And I'm just talking about like, yeah, your personality, we need it. We need it. People might not like who you are or what you're about or what you have to say, but that's okay. I think it's better that we all experience differences than only similarities. Because if you're around people that are just like you and talk like you and sound like you and eat like you and think like you, you never really grow and get a all-around picture of how things actually are. You only see them how you think they are, and that keeps you kind of I guess sheltered and numb to the whole experience, which is to kind of take everything in, right, and experience life. But I just wanted to kind of make a quick little video about the importance of being yourself and some practical tips to actually put that in place on a daily life. In your daily life is to, one, I think you should say hello to people, however you say hello. I think you should like eat what you want to eat and don't be embarrassed about the foods that you want to bring to work or to play. I think voicing your opinions when people ask, what do you think? Where should we go? Where should you eat? I think the choices that we make show who we are. And so being open to share what you actually think, that helps you and helps others to see how you're comfortable with being yourself. And it's a daily practice. It's not like something that like changes overnight, but being yourself just helps overall with so many things in your life in terms of confidence, self-esteem, thoughts, how you feel about yourself. Just making small decisions every day to say, you know what, like today I choose me. I'm gonna be myself once and for all. I feel like this video is kind of all over the place, but I really hope it inspires somebody out there to kind of say like, I'm enough. Who I am is enough. The world needs what I have, so I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna be myself. I think about being in school and having conversations, and like the teacher would say, what do you all think? And nobody wanted to kind of tell or share their thoughts. And I was like, now I think, wow, what a waste of time. Like the teacher, the lecturer in the front wanted a dialogue, and it was just a monologue. We didn't have back and forth conversation. And I think of personalities, how like my friends were so different, but I think we're all aligned in our values in terms of like who we want to be as people, how we want to help serve the world. But like we're very different in terms of how we show up, how we decide to exit a conversation, how we kind of move around. And when I think about myself, it's like, oh, this is a really important part. When I think about myself, I'm very thankful that I can just turn on the camera and I don't have to put on a show, because I don't want to keep it up. And I watched Kelly's video the other day when she posted about how she grew her account in less than 10 months for like 450,000 plus followers or subscribers. She said something about how she gives what she knows she can continue. So basically, she's not going to do the most and extra and be like chaotic energy, because she's only giving what she wants people to expect in terms of like, if she has her white background and her spatula, nobody expects more. Like that's it. And I thought that was brilliant. That's like keeping up with facades. I just don't have the time or the energy to keep up with a personality that's not mine. Yeah, we all have like moments when we can be like different moods and personalities, but on a consistent basis, this is who I am. If you met me on the streets of New York City, this is who I am. I'm not going to change up. So I think it's important to, when you're figuring out who am I, or what do I want my personality to be like, or what is my personality, or what can I actually sustain? I think these are good questions. Like, if you were to do this every single day, upload a video, eventually the person on the other side will know that you're not being yourself because they can't connect with you. This is real. This is real life. And I don't feel like I'm putting on a show and not being myself. I feel like this is who I am, and I'm comfortable maintaining this for years to come because I'm comfortable with myself. And that's the point. Like, are you comfortable enough with yourself to be real with others about who you really are and not put on a show? It's just, I really want you to understand, like, putting on a facade and acting like someone else doesn't help. It doesn't help the viewer, and it doesn't help yourself in the long run. Eventually, you're gonna have to take off that mask and be you. But if you wanna act, but you know, don't be surprised if people are not able to connect because they know, like, you're not being yourself, you're not being authentic. So that's all I have to say, because I feel like we always come back to this conversation of just be yourself, and that's the advice people give, but no one really kind of dives deeper into what does that mean, what does that actually look like, how do we actually make that or turn that into tangible goals. So why don't y'all tell me what you think? Leave it in the comments below. I'd be happy and would love to hear what you have to say. I love pinning comments, so let me know. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day. Bye.